Well, it's not the best start to the week, I have to admit. Our boiler is leaking. The valve, which is meant to obviously keep water out, is leaking. So we've put a bucket underneath it to catch the water, but it works at the moment. It does the job. We actually have our letting agent coming this morning at about 10 a.m. to come do a property inspection, as we get it 4 times a year. So every 3 months we get a inspection just to see we haven't destroyed the place basically, but we are good tenants, so nothing is wrong apart from obviously the boiler. So I'll tell them about that then when they arrive, and hopefully it can get fixed ASAP. I do still do some cleaning around the house. I need to vacuum, move some bits around, make sure it's actually looking nice for when they arrive in a couple of hours. But before that, you already know what we need to be doing.
Here we are, guys, back at the charts. Now, last week was the first week back of the new year of trading, but I mean, as many of you probably know and probably agree with me, it's not really a practical week to be trading, as you have New Year's over that period of time. So, and also this is sort of the proper first week where there's no big interruptions like Christmas or New Year's or anything like that. So before I actually look at EU, I'm going to go onto Forex Factory and we're going to look at the news coming up this week, just so we know what to be looking out for on what days basically. So here we are on Forex Factory. So today we have the German CPI all day actually. Don't know how much of an impact that will have. It is a red folder, so it may have some impact. Tomorrow we have PMI and then job openings for the US dollar in the evening. Oh yeah, we have actually NFP this week. So the automatic NFP on Wednesday, unemployment claims on Wednesday also. Then nothing on Thursday, which is quite good actually, because I actually might pick up an extra shift on Thursday morning, so that's actually quite good to know. And then on Friday, we do have, see, at 1:30 p.m. UK time, we obviously do have average hourly earnings, NFP, and employment rates. Now, what I thought was actually weird is I thought this should have been last Friday, because it's meant to be the first Friday of every month, right? That is NFP, first Friday of every month. So the first Friday was actually last Friday. It was the 3rd. But it didn't come out, which I think's weird. I wonder why it skipped that one, and now it's coming out the 10th instead, because usually it would come out on the 3rd if it was any other month, if it wasn't the new year. I wonder if that has anything to do with it really. But anyway, we do have NFP this week, so that is very good to look out for. So usually what I think will happen during the entire week will be set up for NFP news. So it could be doing the opposite of what it's going to be doing all week. And then the NFP reaction will spike it in the opposite direction, basically. So in a way, you can sort of predict what NFP will take the market based on what it's doing the couple of days before, but we really have to wait and see. So let's go back on EU then for the moment. WeTradeWaves, actually the people I'm with and who I learn from, release weekly videos for all of their members that you can watch in terms of the updates for all the charts and stuff, which is absolutely amazing. Now, they come out every Saturday and Sunday. The Saturday one's on YouTube, which is free, which any of you can even watch yourself if you want. But the Sunday one is for the paid version, paid members, should I say, sorry. But I haven't watched it yet. I always like to sort of go on the chart by myself first before I actually watch it, to make sure, to see if my bias is basically aligned with theirs, because it's always good if I look at the charts myself, have certain biases, and then go watch it afterwards and they're agreeing with my bias. That is always a good thing to feel, because it gives you more self-confidence in your ability to read the market, which is always what I like doing. I don't want to watch it, see what they're saying, and then based on what they're saying, put my bias into account basically. That's the rant out the way. Let's look at EU. So on EU, obviously bigger picture is not changing at all. We have this big push up for me, and this is my corrective structure for another push up. That is basically what I'm seeing. Okay, now this obviously is the daily time frame that I'm on. So this period of time has been about a year and a half from here to here. So it's a very, very long period of time. Obviously, we're not trading that long time frame, but because of this big move potentially coming at any moment, I know what to be looking for on the lower time frame, because I can be holding it for much longer periods of time basically. So done the 4 hour now. As you can see, and also as you guys know, last week I actually said we should be getting a drop below these levels, and it did come in. I did actually mention I'm expecting one more up like that before a drop, but it didn't give that obviously. It instead just kept falling. So it has broken the bottoms now, which is what I wanted to see. And I said, excuse me, any point below it breaking this area, I'll be looking for buy setups again. It was just like after it broke here, I'll be looking for buy setups also. So now it's broke this level. Any push up, and it is starting to move fairly fast at the moment, which is good to see because that's what I want to see. When it starts pushing up, any sort of structure I see which I can identify to get in the market, I'll definitely be taking it, because this could be taking me all the way up to, obviously, what I've said many times now. If this gives me something like this on the lower degree, I could enter and it could go all the way up to break these tops. So you could be in it for a very long period of time if it actually gives you that entry, basically. Let's head on to the 1 hour now, and obviously it won't look too much different to the 4 hour. It's just one big straight move up, basically. We've got a very fast drop, which shows a lot of selling pressure. So at the moment, we need to see what it's going to do here, because there are two options for me currently. Either this is going to move up and give me an entry like that I could actually take, and I could push up and keep going, or either way, there should be an entry to buy, either way. Or it could push up, move slowly up like that, go up one more time, and then for this down, we'll get that structure, meaning another drop. But that will be very easy to see if that does come into account. But either way, in those two scenarios, even if it does go like this and keeps going and I enter here, that is great. But if it doesn't and it goes like this instead, I can still enter for a buy and take partial profits and get out and get some profit at least, even if I am wrong in the time of the trade. So either way, that is what I'll be looking for this week, is buy setups from around this area, anywhere around here. Any setup I see, I'll definitely be taking it. Now guys, I'm sure many of you are wanting to become funding trading yourself. Obviously, I'm on my journey to there also. And if you want to follow along a journey with me, that's where the sponsor of this video comes in for today's video. Now, I have to admit, I get a lot of emails about sponsors day in day from this YouTube channel, because it is trading. There is a lot of money when it comes to financial things, basically. So I get a lot of emails from companies I've never heard of and I don't really trust, but that is why you haven't seen any on this channel, basically. So the sponsor of this video is Funded Next. Now, they are a prop firm company that will allocate you capital to trade with. And the reason I want to promote them instead of any other prop firm challenge out there is simply because they are incredibly trustworthy. They're one of the most trustworthy out there. They have an amazing Trustpilot score, and they seem to have excellent customer service also. If you're interested and want to take a step to becoming a funded trader, please do check them out. I'll have a referral link below, and it also does support my channel in you doing so. So guys, the boiler's actually been fixed now. So it's now Tuesday, Monday. I reported it basically as faulty and leaking, and obviously boilers are quite an essential thing, so the letting agent and landlord were quite quick to reply and get someone out to fix it. It was quite a quick job actually to fix. It took basically the guy 10 minutes after he got it to fix, which was very good. I mean, the issue was the valve was leaking, which happens every so often. It's quite a common issue, really. Yeah, so the issue here was this valve here. As you can see, it was red before, and now it's been completely replaced. All of this has been replaced. Simply just a new pipe, and now no drops anymore, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm very pleased about that getting fixed. That is one issue out the way. It's currently about 9 AM here in the UK. I just came back from food shopping, as you saw a couple of minutes ago. E's been moving pretty much how I thought at the moment. I'll show you on the charts very soon what I'm looking for today. But we do a PMI later this afternoon at 3 PM, so I'll most likely cover that also with you as it's getting released, and we'll really see what the market's going to give us for today. Okay, so guys, what I'll be looking for in EU for today, very simply, you know yesterday how I said at any point I'm expecting a correction to this push up. The push up carried on quite nicely after I recorded, and it's been moving up quite steadily at the moment, because I was looking for this big bullish reaction. You guys know I've said it multiple times now, this big push to the upside. I'm waiting for an EU over and over again. Could be ready now, who really knows? Even if it's not, I will still be looking for buys. So currently, this is the big push up. Obviously on the 15-minute, it looks a bit slow, but that's because it's a 15-minute. If you go to the 1 hour and 4 hour, it looks a lot more clear. But on the 15-minute, very simply, what I'm looking for is this is my push down here, my last push down, and this is my corrective structure. Now I'm expecting, even if it does break this top, that's still completely fine with me. I'll be expecting one more down to either about this level here or below this level here, anywhere around here, and then I'll be expecting one more up at least. Now I'll definitely be looking to buy this because of that overall daily bias I've been talking about, and it could still be wrong, but we have to really wait and see. So if this does come down, make me this sort of structure here, then I'll definitely be interested in my buys if I see an entry, and if my entry criteria lines up with the bias, I'll definitely be looking to take any long positions in this area. Now, something to keep in mind, this is the 15-minute, so it's quite lower degree. This could very simply do something like so. This could be our correction here for this push up, and then after we get this, we could then get one more up, breaking all of these tops potentially, and then we could get a big move down. Now, if that is the case, that's completely fine, because you guys know, if you follow along my journey, I take 70% off after the last structure is complete. So I'll be 70% off around this level here, and the rest at break even. So if it does reverse on me, that's fine. I've made some profit and I'm out the market. And if it does drop again, I'll be looking for exactly the same thing again, because of that daily time bias, basically. Now, we do have PMI at 3 p.m. today, like I just said. So in about 6 hours from now, I will try and get back on and cover it. Hopefully I don't forget, but I'll try cover it live with you to see the reaction and the news release to see really what it does to EU. Another thing, guys, I wanted to mention with today's sponsor being funded next is that you can actually use a demo trading account to practice before taking a challenge. I think that's an absolutely amazing thing, because most prop firms out there don't actually give you the opportunity to practice your system and practice trading on the rules they give you, you know? So the free trial basically allows you to practice like you're trading on an actual prop firm with all the rules still there, so it'll tell you if you pass or fail to know if you're actually ready. So that way you don't even have to risk your actual money to even test it out. So please do check out the link below, even if you're interested, even if you're a little bit curious about the prop firm, just to check out yourself and see what you think. So guys, welcome to another day. As you just saw a second ago, I was cleaning the oven. I had to let it soak overnight actually to make sure it properly had time to work, basically. So this morning I scrubbed it all out, everything like that. Hopefully it actually looks a little bit better than it did before. Yeah, you might not be able to see it incredibly well, but I definitely think it worked a little bit. It was a lot of effort. I may have even got a couple of chemical burns, but hopefully I'll be okay. I'm gonna go check out the charts for you pretty soon. So yeah, it's currently Wednesday, as you guys know, but tomorrow I'm actually picking up an extra shift in the morning, only a 5-hour shift from 5 till 10. So I still have like New York session to pretty much trade, but the morning I may miss out on a couple of setups. I hope not. I personally don't think there will be any setups. We've got NFP Friday, but yeah, I'm working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday now. So the content for tomorrow may not be that much, but I'll definitely make sure to go on the charts and refresh you of what I'm seeing and if I've entered any trades by that point also. So yeah, oven's done. Good start to the morning so far. The setup is actually looking quite good in EU for my buys, and yeah, I'll explain that for you now. Okay, so guys, welcome back. Currently Wednesday, as you guys know. EU's doing pretty much exactly what I thought, which is always good to hear, isn't it? Because yesterday I mentioned this was slowly crawling up to the upside when I was recording, I believe, and I mentioned if it reacts any point in this area, even if it breaks this top, I even said I'm looking for one more down. That is definitely what I said. So it is given that down quite nicely at the moment. Now, because I wasn't interested in selling it, you could have also technically found a setup here if you really wanted to, but I mean, because of the high time bias, said it many times now, looking for buys only. So that is definitely what we're looking for today. So we do have some news later today at 1:30 p.m. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it's definitely US dollar news. It may not have the biggest impact because obviously in 2 days time we have NFP, but I'm sure it'll still give a reaction in the market. So any buy setup I see this morning or today, I'll definitely be taking it if it is in line with my trading strategy, and I'll definitely update you if I do take any trades. But at the moment, EU is looking very good for my bias currently, so yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, so guys, I've just taken a buy on EU with my stop loss below this low. I've only risked 0.5%, so not a lot. I was looking for entries on the 50-minute earlier at the 50 fib, but it didn't give me any entries, unfortunately, which is fine because it was quite early in the day actually. But now I've just taken a slightly less riskier position, basically, my stop below this last move completely, which is a lot less risky than if I would enter around these areas with a tighter stop loss. So in a way, it's good it came down to this level. We do have news in just under 2 hours from now, actually, for the US dollar, so maybe that will bring some more volume in the market. But yeah, I'll keep you updated how this position goes for me, basically. Okay guys, it's currently about 3 p.m. I got back from work actually about 5 hours ago. I actually didn't really record anything, I was just chilling out. As I said, I did work a short shift this morning, so I wasn't recording the AM session basically for you, which I usually do when looking at the charts, but I am still long on the EU. It's looking okay at the moment. I mean, it could do better. NFP, we'll really see what really is going to happen, to be honest, with the market. I will manage it at that point as well because I'll be home from work before NFP comes out, so I'll be able to make sure and evaluate the situation before that happens. I'm not going to record that point for you basically because at that point the week's basically over, and I'll just catch up with you the following Monday basically. This trade isn't going exactly how I thought it would at the moment, because obviously when I took this buy, I was hoping for something very similar to this, but just here. So I wanted it to move off very quickly, you know? That is what I wanted to see. And as you guys can see, it hasn't been doing that at the moment. So NFP is tomorrow, like I've said. That is probably going to be the big market mover. Now, if the market is currently in a position of around this sort of area before NFP and when NFP is about to come out, I will definitely be closing my trade because that will be showing 100%, or not 100%, a good likelihood that this is going to keep dropping to the downside. You know, so I want to get a break even at that point if it is showing me that. Now, if it's still floating around this area, then I'll just hang on to it and see what really happens. I can trade during news because I'm on the swing account on FTMO, so I can close during news if NFP wicks me out. That won't be a problem. It won't be a breach of any rules that I'm currently in, so that's completely fine. But yeah, as I said, I would want to see more of a sharp move up here, but it's not giving it at the moment. If we drop down to the 15-minute, actually, we can sort to identify a little bit of structure in terms of what I'm seeing here. So this is my last push up on the lower fractal. This is my corrective structure. So from here, I would have also expected a push up, but it's also playing about a bit here also, so it's a bit strange. I'm not really sure what to expect, but like I've said, I'm doing this because of the daily time frame. That is what I'm lining this up with. I am trying to catch this big move to the upside, so at any point now it could be ready to go, and I don't want to miss that. So this buy is completely valid, and my stop loss is below the last low, so it should be a problem at all. I just need to stick to my gun, stick to my bias, and yeah, manage the position before NFP tomorrow. So yeah guys, like I've said, thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, I very much appreciate all the love and support. It's absolutely flattering, all the comments I get every single week. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, just a reminder, if you haven't checked out the sponsor of this video, Funded Next, please do make sure to do so. There is a link below, so yeah, check it out. It also supports my channel, and even you just clicking the link really is a help, believe it or not. So yeah, I'll see you guys in next week's video.